the absolute best, the cheeriest quality that Elon Musk has is he can show you just how unexceptional the meritocracy actually is. I don't know who needs to hear this, but having children is literally free. Literally. Can we please stop with the kids are expensive nonsense? Your lifestyle's expensive, not children. And I don't know why he used asterisks around literally, but quotes around kids are expensive. Anyway, the world's richest man, America's richest man, America's welfare queen comes in and says, exactly. Having children is literally free. Detached? I don't know. You got the savior of humanity here, the modern day Iron Man. The problem here, according to intellectus, I'm probably not saying the name right because I'm not smart enough. I'm not big brained enough to be part of this conversation. The problem is not late stage capitalism has created a society where healthcare is not accessible to everyone. And if you don't have healthcare in this country, children are not literally free, all right? They cost about the same as a Lamborghini. And if you do have healthcare, guess what? Children still aren't free. And I'm not just talking about the doctors, because if you're going to keep that healthcare, you better get your ass back to work as soon as you can. And so you're going to need some daycare for them. Literally free. In a country where the generation in front of us is lifting up the ladder for our ability to retire. They're taking away our Social Security. In this country. In a country that puts chains on you for 25 years just for taking out a loan to get an education. The real problem, according to Elon Musk, exactly, is that a 13-year-old girl might get health care after she's raped so she doesn't have to give birth to that rapist baby. Intellectus. The problem, plebs, is your lifestyle. These Elon worshippers, they know exactly what to write to get him to respond to them, to get him to retweet them. Elon says, exactly, your lifestyle is not conducive to the slave labor I need from you, your children, and your grandchildren to maintain my repugnant hundreds of $billions worth of wealth. Man, come on, Elon does stuff you don't even know about. Like he made this niche battery that nobody knows about. Elon does stuff you don't even know about. He brought back one of the most vilest, one of the worst white supremacists, unapologetical Nazis, Nick Fuentes. He reinstated him on Twitter so he could continue to get that word out. Fuentes monetizes his hate for black people in such a descriptive, vile way that I don't know if there's a clip I can show on YouTube without getting some kind of strike, just showing what this guy talks about. I mean, the tamest clip I could think about is, there's one where he calls black people monkeys and wants to cut their hands off. That might be the tamest clip of the guy who Elon reinstated. You might remember him as Kanye's handler during the I Love Hitler tour of 2000. What was that, 23, 22? I don't know. Worst tour ever. Elon does stuff you don't even know about. A battery company made a battery. And I would say a battery company making a battery is a lot more in line of what I think a lot less niche than a battery company paying to spread the word of Nazis to the masses over a purchased multimedia, social media app. Separate the man from his accomplishments. Nearly $16 billion. That's how much Elon Musk has taken from us. Literally taken from us, from our taxes. From me and you. If you paid taxes during Obama's administration, if you paid taxes during Trump's administration, and if you're currently paying taxes during Joe Biden's administration, that's your money giving white supremacist Nick Fuentes a bullhorn on Twitter. And the money Joe Biden gave him was to extend the power grid, the chargers. Not just for Teslas. It's going to be for my Mach-E. It was supposed to be. And other electric cars out there. And what department do you think Elon did cuts from last week? Massive cuts. Massive layoffs. The supercharger. The supercharger department. Because of course he did. Because the money we gave him is not meant to go into building up the supercharger network. What is more important than that? is upkeeping the servers on Twitter. I'll say it again. To protect white supremacists, proud neo-Nazi voices to be shot out to the masses every day in a curated way. Go ahead right now, start a new Twitter account. Don't add anybody, don't like any tweets, and see who he feeds you. It's very curated. It's all right-wing nationalists. Your tax dollars, your 9 to 5, your cries about money to Ukraine. Elon Musk takes that and he gives it to Nick Fuentes. Tiny Tim Pool, he's always there in my feed. I've never liked one of his tweets in my entire life. BuzzFeed plagiarist guy is all over. If I go out of the people I follow, whatever it's called now, the town square, this is all you get. Whatever white nationalist he's decided to cram down your throat for that day, that is your menu. Separate the man from his accomplishments. If you could only separate the artist Hitler from all that other stuff, separate just the artist, then it's fine. And admittedly, creating a government welfare program for neo-Nazis could be considered by many on the right to be an accomplishment. Separate the man from his accomplishments.
My whole career, I've always felt like I would go out and say something, and then I'd get some effeminate person who'd be there and saying, well, what he means is, and it's like, don't fuck, what I mean is what I said. Don't tell me, what he meant is, well, he's not racist. What if I am? What if I am? Is that a problem?